That exclusive with Paige Winter, that 17-year-old North Carolina girl Robin's been telling us about this morning. She was attacked by that shark, losing her leg, many of her fingers. Now she's speaking out. She sat down with Robin, and from what you've told us already, this is a brave and inspiring young
I got to
woman.
tell you guys, she is the definition of hope and courage. She's vowing to walk again, to ride again, do everything she did before the brutal encounter with that shark. June 2nd was like any other day at the beach.
We were all chilling, we were hanging out, we were making jokes.
Paige Winter was swimming in the ocean, laughing with her family and friends, just off the coast of North Carolina when the unthinkable happened.
She's in bad shape. I mean, her leg is almost gone.
How far away from shore were you?
The deepest I got was like waist deep, and then I got pulled underwater. Sometimes you go to the beach with your family and they like grab your leg underwater as a joke. And I was like, haha, this is really funny. Ow.
The terrifying realization she was being attacked by a shark, its jaws clamping down on her, pulling her under.
So then I like look up and I look around and I'm like, all of my family is still above the water right now. So then I start struggling and I'm like pushing with this foot away. And I like start feeling around and I like feel it.
The 17-year-old tries to fight it off, the struggle overwhelming.
So I like reach down underwater and I try to like pry it off of me. And then I remember giving up for a second and I just start like laying there. And then my dad pulls me out of the water.
Paige's dad, Charlie, is a firefighter and paramedic.
I was like, Dad, like, please help me.
I heard Charlie's shark get her and I turned around and that was it. She was under the water.
Under the water.
Under the water.
And I think he's like, get off of her. At one point, his energy like dropped. He's like, I can't, man. And I was like, yes, you can. Please help me.
And what'd you do?
Well, you could tell where she was because you could see pink on the water. That's where I dove in and I grabbed her.
You saw the shark?
Oh, yeah.
And what'd you do?
After I pulled her up, you could see the shark come up right with her. He was staring at me sideways, just the biggest, blackest eye piercing. There's no negotiating with it.
He remembers punching the shark as hard as he could, fighting it off, then carrying Paige to shore.
I was really aware, considering what had happened. I never lost consciousness.
What kind of pain were you in, Paige?
My body went into shock, so I couldn't really feel anything. I just knew it was bad.
The shark ravaged her hands, her left leg mangled, and later amputated below the knee. Now facing months of plastic surgery and physical therapy, Paige's doctors cannot get over her positive attitude.
I told her that I was going to need to amputate her leg. And she said, okay, can I get a really cool prosthetic? And I said, you can get whatever you want.
Paige is now turning her life lesson and personal tragedy into a teachable moment.
This situation has urged me to learn more about sharks. I didn't do something directly to the shark, but I was in his water, you know. That's his house. I'm very happy that I was the one who got bit. I hate thinking about it, right? If it was my dad, I would not have been able to help, and he would have died. He said that I was talking to him about it, he's like, I would have been okay with dying, Paige. I would just rather you get out the water. And that was so tough to hear, because I love my dad.
Charlie, too, is still grappling with how close he came to losing his daughter.
I was scared. I thought she was. I thought I had moments left. That's all I thought I had. And one of the reasons I thought was just because how completely calm she was. I remember thinking, this isn't good. This isn't right. I'm a dad.
Yeah.
I'm a dad, and I just wanted to take the moment in and hold her hand and tell her I loved her over and over, because if you weren't going to be around for another 5 minutes, I wanted you, the last thing that you knew is that how much I loved you.
I love you too, Dad. It's okay.
It's this is your little girl, and to have her go through what she has, I can't imagine for a parent what that must be like for you.
It's hard. Mornings I walk outside and you'll think about it a little bit. And you pace, and you think, and you replay stuff. It's tough. But you know what? If she's going to be as tough as she is, and she's going to have the outlook she has, then why shouldn't I? she's firing me. I mean, she fuels me, and that's what gets me through the day. It's her. It's her attitude. It's her go. It's her drive. You don't know what your kids are going to do until they're faced with something, and she's facing it.
When did you know she was going to be okay?
When I got here, and I knew she was out of surgery. And that's when I knew. And then once she woke up, and she wants to know about her Snapchat streak.
But the world wanted to know more about her, including a couple of high-profile celebrity fans.
Oh my gosh!
Who had us surprise her with these video messages, like Adam Lambert.
I just wanted to give you a big shout out.
He's my favorite male singer. Look at me. I love Adam Lambert.
And Iron Man himself,
This winter?
Robert Downey Jr., with a special request.
Because of your interest in sustainability and preservation of our oceans and marine life, I want to see if you would join my Footprint Coalition and be my North Carolina ambassador.
Awesome.
You know, I have a phrase, because I've gone through some health challenges, and people would say, oh, you're a survivor. And I'm like, I don't want to, I'm a thriver. You're a thriver.
I'm a thriver.
I'm
I
all
like
respect to
that.
people who say survivor, but no, I don't want to survive going through. You don't want to survive. You want to thrive.
I'm trying to
after.
thrive.
Yeah.
I feel that.
and
I
you-
like that.
Yeah. What has been the most difficult time?
It's tough, you know, I'm 17, you know, being stuck in a hospital bed all day, not really able to do all the things that I used to do, not having a leg. It's really tough not to be able to help yourself feel better. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna do all that stuff again. They're gonna fit me for a prosthetic. I'm still Paigey, just a little different. I got some pieces of the puzzle missing. It's okay.
The shark didn't touch your spirit.
It did not.
It did not. I'm telling you, and she and her father are so thankful to so many people, you know, there on the beach. You know, her father fought off the shark, brought her back to shore. He was spent.
Wiped out.
He was
Must have been,
completely
yeah.
wiped. There were so many people there on the beach that were helping out, and they needed to stop the bleeding, and they needed a tourniquet. There just happened to be somebody passing by with a belt. Who has a belt on the beach?
Yeah.
I mean, all these things taking place. The fact that they could get her so quickly to Vidant Medical Center, that they had a trauma center
the trauma
there,
center right
that
there in the
region.
community. Yeah.
And people often talk about the need for these types of centers, these trauma centers in rural areas like that. And that was the Vidant Medical Center and the trauma center there. But there were so many people, so many angels that were watching over her.
And everything that she went through, that her spirit, like her dad, you can tell he's replanted. I think he's taking it so much differently than she is. But as he said, her spirit is what's driving
taking it
him.
from him.
And it's driving me. I'm watching that thinking about my kids, and I'm
I know
trying
you
to
were.
not lose it, you know?
And there were some people that were asking, well, was she just doing that on camera? Is she just being... I'm telling you, I talked to her doctors, her nurses, so many people, and her mother and her father, and they said, this is Paige.
Who she is.
This is who she is, and she just really wants to get the message out there to people you have to keep hope.
Paige, if you're watching this morning, you have really moved all of us here in the studio.
And you know, and Robert Downey Jr., she actually had a picture of him in her hospital room.
That's how much she likes him,
So
yeah.
we showed him that. So our thanks to Adam and also
absolutely.
to Robert for that. And you can see much more of our interview with Paige tonight on Nightline. Much more from her and her dad.
Really look forward to that.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.